this game is extraordinarily difficult, and I've kind of been fascinated by just how difficult it is. And I've been really trying to explore how much of that difficulty is because it's random and you're very unlikely to get something that is useful, versus how much of that is just because it requires a lot of very quick strategizing and a lot of very tight platforming. And so that's something, as I get better at this, I'm trying to learn, see really how good someone can get at this game. Now, one strategy that I don't employ very often, but that can be very useful, is to plant two seed-growing towers right next to each other, and you can use them kind of as a staircase. And we actually want to wait for this one to finish growing in before we plant this ice there. That will be very useful. And then we actually have some of this box growing stuff. And the darkness just seems like it's growing so much more slowly now. Now that we're in a different area where it does grow more slowly, but this was the area that I had been used to. And then it kind of got velocitized. Alright, so I think what we want to do is start harvesting these so that we can plant that there and start growing out this way. I do want to make a little bit more progress than we've been making. And we'll have to see how this grows in before we know where we can plant this orange one. And then we'll have another seed source. So here is a door. This is what the doors look like. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through this one particularly. We have not run into very many keys. I'm going to plant that. Let that, see if that can fill some of this in. No, it won't grow into that gray now that the gray is corrupted. So that has not done very much for us, unfortunately. Oh, don't grow in. Oh, good. Managed to, those grew at, those were finishing up at such, like, close times that, I was worried that they would finish right at the same time and the pink block would not be able to grow any further. Let's see, that's not the best place for that, but it will do. Might be able to help us out in some way. These jump pads are kind of the least useful block. I'm actually going to hold on to this one. Let's see. Yeah, because we're going to need it to get back up once we harvest this tower. So now we just have to wait, and it's always a little bit tense, thinking, you know, should I be waiting or should I just use this and try and kind of tailor my strategy to just be able to do more things, maybe do more less valuable things rather than doing fewer more valuable things. It's really not clear to me yet which is the more useful way of playing. And now we're actually getting to a place where this jump pad's going to be valuable because we can plant some seeds there. And then we can plant a random one, and that should go off to the right. Each of the seeds kind of has an order of directions that it prefers to go in. The yellow prefers to go, I think, right or left and then down. I think left and right it often chooses randomly between. And we can actually put another jump pad there, and that could potentially get us a very tall seed tower. though it's certainly not at all clear that that will be a good option, because the darkness is catching up to us. So, little bad to have dug up that heart there, because those hearts are seeds and we will need those in order to progress. But I wanted to do what I did there because I wanted to make sure that it did not, the slime did not corrupt my jump pad. And this one I can actually dig out there to plant that. And we can start another seed growing seed there. Another one of these slow the corruption down blocks could be very valuable. And then we'll be looking at figuring out how to connect up with that key up there, and what the best way of going about this is, because we need 3 keys to get through that door. We're about to the point where we're going to need to start harvesting this. Very close to it. I think this there, that there. Actually, probably should have. Well, no, that would not have actually helped. Keep kind of going over and over the strategy. So I created a shortcut that I didn't realize. So the darkness is going to catch up with us a little faster than I even wanted it to. But we can harvest quite a lot of seeds here. And then I think what I want to do is send this. This should go. You can't plant like and like is the problem. And I kind of want to send something straight up to that key, but I can't. We can actually plant one of those. We won't be able to harvest its seeds, but we can connect up to the key that way. Assuming that the darkness does not catch up to it before it grows in, which I don't believe it will. Now, we're only guaranteed to have a seed-growing seed once every 7. Let's see, this is a pretty good place to plant one of these red ones. That could give us a nice springboard. Even better might even to have been to put it here. And that's some of the tricky platforming I was talking about, is squeezing in between those stars, because if we touch it, we will go into the void. And I just realized we didn't actually ever connect up to that door. And so we may actually not end up being able to do this like I wanted to. But let's see, we have this nice platform that's going to really slow the darkness down, going to give us a lot of opportunity to grow some seeds back. And let's see, we have this ice that we can use to slow down the darkness. Just have to kind of pick the right place to plant it. And I don't know why I call it ice. I think that there is the best place to plant it. That may not actually end up... Oh, that's a seed-growing seed. I forgot what order these come in. So at this point, I think there is the best place to put that. And then we actually have another one of these. Let's see. I'm going to plant that there, and then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to plant this here, and that, let's see, very near to connecting up there. I'm going to plant, let's see, that there, and then I'm going to come over here and plant that. That should connect up. Going to harvest these. And then we want to get over here before this grows out of reach and harvest it. And so we've connected up with one key. And this still seems actually like the best place to be growing seeds from. Now I'm looking at, can we... This might not actually reach. Oh, and it's going to go to the left because I made a mistake. So we want to put that there to fill in that shortcut a little bit. This one actually will be... Well, no, it won't. Not especially useful, but gets us very close, actually. So we can now put this slow one there, and put this ice one... Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, put the slow one there. And then... Looks like probably a seed-growing seed there. And then I think we want to pour the slime over this way. And then dig the... Ooh, should have waited a little longer. But we'll be okay. Can put a jump pad there to let that grow in a little bit more. And then I think we want a seed-growing seed. Let's see. There, and then we want a red one, let's see, 3 spaces away. 4 spaces away. So right there. Which, that's not ideal, but that should connect us up. Gonna have to grab those because we won't be able to get over this side for much longer. And I'm actually going to even harvest these. We can, let's see, put a random one there that might connect up with that empty void. There's a chance of that. Nope, didn't connect up with anything. Alright. Put that there, slow down the darkness. And then this. And this one. And that should create a new base of operations for us. We have just barely not connected up with that one down there. So I am now thinking, what do I have that can fill in there? And it looks like the slime is going to be the one. So I'm trying to figure out... Okay, so it looks like what we need to do. We'll harvest these. And then we're going to dig down this way, dig that out, plant that there, and then jump like that to get back up here. And that will connect up with that key. And then this random one's going to go off to the right here. And once again, just barely not quite connect up with some stuff. So I'm trying to assess. I think we want to plant that there. And then I think we want to plant this one like that. And then the best use of this ice is not really clear. So let's see, will that have enough? I don't think that's actually going to make it. So I think then the place to plant this ice... Well, let's see if this connects up. Nope. Okay. So then let's plant that. Does that go down? It does go down. So that connects up. So now we want to do that. And that has connected up, and that should connect up. So I believe we have actually accomplished the first of our tasks. And I'm going to go over this way and kind of see if I can drop into the void as far to the left as I can, actually. We want to leave ourselves some seeds to collect on the way back. It looks like we have gotten a lot of keys, so it looks like we are going to be able to do this. I want to check all the way to the left here. You do time out if you don't pick up a heart for long enough. And then we're going to need to, let's see, can we can we do this cleverly? We can. Because we want as many seeds as we can get, and we are getting very close to timing out, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to grab this one, and it looks like we can just grab these 2 keys very easily. I'm going to go back for the last couple of hearts that we saw over here. And now we are going to go into the 3rd phase of this game, which I have not been to more than a few times. So we have this kind of metal block here, and we have to build our way around it. We have void all around us, and we don't have any void chasing us yet. We have to be very careful about connecting up with the void. And we're getting some blocks that are not particularly useful, but could end up being useful if they fill in some gray. Going to have to put some slime there. That actually will be useful. That will get us downwards, which is where we need to go. We're going to that heart down there. And so now the thing to do, I believe, is to go down to the bottom here, bottom of this slime. We won't be able to jump back out. So this is very risky, but I believe it's the right thing to do. And we want to just dig down here, and hopefully that goes to the left. It did. It looks like it might connect up with the darkness, though. It did. Okay, so now we're in a bit of a rush. But we're very close to picking this thing up. That should go to the left. There we go, and we have gotten it. Starseed Pilgrim, I broke our heart to keep the sky from coming apart. Gain from loss one does not measure, but broken hearts yield starseed treasure. Oh my goodness. We've done it.